Right now on Fox 43 Featured, millions of Americans are expected to travel this Memorial Day weekend amid high gas prices. How rising costs may affect some of those travel plans. Plus, pilots are taking to the skies this weekend for the AirDot show at the Harrisburg International Airport, what the Memorial Day weekend event means to them. And a new nonprofit is hoping to make Harrisburg a more beautiful place to live, how the Green Alliance plans to improve the city. Thanks for joining us for Fox 43 Featured. I'm Natalie Caranda. For the next half hour, we'll be recapping some of our top stories of the week. Millions of people are expected to hit the roads for Memorial Day weekend, with high gas prices hitting their wallets. Fox 43's James Corrigan spoke with travelers and experts about how the high prices are impacting plans this year.
Traveling on Memorial Day weekend takes time, effort, and patience. But for the travelers putting up with high gas prices as they set off on their trip, that patience is wearing thin.
I'm just not going to stop doing what I'm used to doing, but I have to save now.
Lori Rank and her husband are driving from Lebanon County to Washington, D.C. to visit family for the holiday weekend. They sought out York County's slightly lower average compared to the state average of $4.64 per gallon, but still found themselves needing to adjust their habits when they hit the road.
I got it filled up, which was about 3/4 of the tank that I had to fill, and that was $60. Say it was completely empty, that probably would have been $70 to $80 to fill the tank of the car, which I'm not allowing that happening anymore because we are retired, so we have to watch our money.
It comes as a record number of Americans are once again expected to travel for Memorial Day weekend. AAA expects more than 45 million people to drive 50 miles or more from home this weekend. AAA says economic realities could affect the length of those trips.
They're just being a little more creative with their travel plans this year. Some people may choose to travel closer to home. They may choose to travel less days than normal than previous years.
Travelers starting their trips in York County today remained undeterred in getting to their holiday destinations. But for people like the Rank family, changes had to be made to get the most out of every mile.
It's not stopping us from doing what we want to do, but it is frustrating when you pull up and you see the pricing.
James Corrigan, Fox 43 News.
If you rely on Rapid Transit, you'll want to plan ahead for Memorial Day because certain services won't be running. The Paratransit, Rapid Express, Stop Hopper, and Capital Region and York fixed routes will be unavailable Monday. The Rapid Transit Gettysburg fixed route service, however, will operate as normal. All services will start back up at regularly scheduled times on Tuesday. The Pennsylvania State Police say they will be ramping up enforcement this weekend in Lebanon County. Troop L, which serves Lebanon as well as Berks and Schuylkill counties, plans to target people driving under the influence, speeding, driving aggressively, tailgating, and not wearing seatbelts. Officials say the enforcement effort is to promote highway safety and safe travel. You can find more information right now on fox43.com. With the AirDot show taking off at Harrisburg International for Memorial Day weekend, the thunder of jet engines signaled the return of the Blue Angels on Thursday. Fox 43's Kyle Ennis spoke with some of the pilots ahead of their high-flying demonstrations about what it's like preparing for takeoff.
From tight formations to high-speed passes, the Blue Angels are back in Harrisburg for this weekend's AirDot show.
We see all kinds of different terrain, so everyone's unique. Big green rolling hills like this and some pretty big obstructions for us. They make the show challenging, but in the same time fun.
This year marks 80 years of the Blue Angels alongside America's 250th birthday.
What a special year it is for this nation and our independence. There's lots of celebrations going on in the year, and we're certainly proud to represent the Navy and Marine Corps this year.
The Blue Angels fly with plenty of precision, but ahead of this weekend's AirDot show, we got to meet one of the pilots who says there's a lot of personality behind the suit.
Our right arms are typically much stronger than our left because we hold the spring for 45 minutes a day at about 40 pounds. We take care of our bodies. We're certainly not professional athletes, but we like to make sure we take care of them like we do.
The show also features the F-16 Viper demo team, including Berks County native Major Taylor Heister. While aerial maneuvers can cause some people to lose their lunch, Heister doesn't have to worry about an upset tummy.
I could have a quarter pounder before I climb up the ladder, so it's very lucky to have iron stomach.
Heister says wearing the uniform is something he never takes for granted.
I still dream about it. I know I have the job now, but to me it's not a job. It's something that I have to defend and upkeep every day.
His dream of flying started when he was young.
With our extra change, and no kidding, once a month would use that money to help me go learn to fly airplanes. I just came from a group of people that gave me the greatest gift ever, which was hope.
Both pilots say representing their country is the honor of a lifetime.
It's an honor to do this for 2 years. It's a tremendous amount of work that goes into it, and I'm certainly be proud when I leave here.
Kaya Lennis, Fox 43 News.
Franklin County Commissioners have unanimously approved new regulations for future data center development across the county. The vote comes after months of public hearings and more than 100 public comments focused on concerns ranging from farmland preservation to water use. The amendment to the county's subdivision and land development ordinance approved at Wednesday's packed meeting creates standards for future data center projects in the county's 10 municipalities, where local zoning laws do not already regulate development. While many residents argued the rules should include stronger protections, several speakers said adopting an imperfect ordinance now is better than having no safeguards in place as data center development becomes more likely.
I think it needs work, but if our choices are regulations that need work or no regulations, then I say let's put it in and fix it later.
Commissioners emphasized the ordinance is not final and directed county staff to review the regulations biannually, saying changes can be made as technology, legislation, and the data center industry continues to evolve. A new agreement could cause the Dauphin County Highlands Golf Course to close earlier than expected to make way for a data center. This week, the Dauphin County General Authority announced an agreement that would allow Provident Realty to close Dauphin Highlands before its contracted closing date at the end of 2027. County officials say the Texas-based company would enter into a lease agreement with the DCGA through November, should they choose to close the course this year, allowing golf outings to continue through 2026. Golf and neighbors say they were disappointed by the news and are hoping the course will stay open for one more year.
It's going to be sad, and it's going to be difficult for the public golf courses in the general area. It's going to put a lot of pressure on public golfing.
We really didn't get a choice in the matter, just like them reopening TMI.
Provident Realty agreed to buy the golf course for more than $45 million, with plans to build a data center on the 228-acre property. A new bill to prohibit non-disclosure agreements for data center development is in the works. The bill would stop state and local government agencies from entering into NDAs for developing data centers. It comes as the number of data centers are increasing across the Commonwealth. The Republican state senator who introduced the bill, Tracy Pennycook, says it is meant to keep residents in the discussion about data centers being built in their communities. A nonprofit in Harrisburg is launching a new effort to clean up and revitalize the city with plans to improve parks, sidewalks, street lighting, and other public spaces. Fox 43's Milena Brown has details of the group's long-term vision for the capital city.
From expanding green spaces to cleaning existing parks and trails, the Harrisburg Green Alliance says it's working to give Pennsylvania's capital city a fresh start.
Our mission with the Alliance is very simple: to retain and attract residents, businesses, and visitors to the city.
Leaders hope these improvements will make the city more inviting for the people who live, work, and visit there every day.
Through beautification efforts, economic development efforts, events, those type of things.
The group shares some of its first projects include improving the entrances to the city, saying those should be a sign of what else there is to offer.
If you come into our capital city, no matter what entrance you come into, we're looking a little tired. We call it the front porch initiative. If you're going to look at houses, what's the first thing you see is the front porch? You judge that house by the front porch. You're going to judge our city by what you come into.
The Alliance also plans to work with community members and city officials to make more projects happen in the city. Leaders say these changes will provide environmental benefits, improve quality of life, and create more places for residents to connect with nature.
Take care of in the neighborhoods, take care of those broken windows, pick up the trash, do kind of things. That leads to bigger and better things, but you've got to start with the basics. We love this city we live in. We love this city we work in. It needs some help. We're here to do that.
Milena Brown, Fox 43 News.
Sports injuries can sometimes feel like freak accidents, and there are ways to prevent them. What experts say about staying on the field in this week's Health Smart Report. High school athletes are constantly pushing their limits, and trainers say many common sports injuries can actually be avoided. Fox 43's Amy Lutz shows us what parents and athletes should know to stay healthy and in the game.
From shin splints to sore muscles and even bigger injuries, athletic trainers say aches and pains are incredibly common in high school sports.
I would say the severity is what really differs from athlete to athlete.
UPMC athletic trainer Kurt Kessler works with athletes in the Lower Dauphin School District and says one of the biggest mistakes young athletes make is doing too much too fast.
At the beginning of the season, kids aren't used to doing several hours of practice a day, and then they come in, and usually by the second week, my room gets filled up with kids who are hurting a little bit.
He says preventing injuries starts with the basics: eating well, staying hydrated, and building strength.
I always make this analogy to like a car. If you want to take your car from point A to point B, you need to fuel it properly, and you need to do good maintenance on it so that it can make it the full journey. Okay, pull up.
And while stretching is important, Kessler says strengthening is often even more important.
A lot of people think, oh, this hurts, it must be because it's tight, I should stretch it out, when sometimes that tightness is because the muscle's not quite strong enough and it's not able to handle the demand of sport.
Kurt says there's also a simple rule to avoid overuse injuries. Don't spend more hours each week in vigorous exercise than your age.
A 12-year-old should not be doing more than 12 hours of vigorous exercise per week.
For Lower Dauphin field hockey standout Chase Strom, listening to her body has been key while working through back pain and now shin issues.
Recovery is a really big thing. Listening to your body, making sure you're fueling your body properly with food, hydrate.
The junior, who is already committed to play at Northwestern University, says having a trainer to lean on makes all the difference.
Being able to approach your trainer and just talk about like the little things is very, very important. I go just if I'm having a bad day, if I need advice for something, pre-game nerves, I go to him.
Being able to hopefully be a positive role model and voice of reason and calming presence in those times, I think that's one of the underrated aspects of athletic training and the role that I get to play, not only in their recovery, but just in their lives in general. And it's not something that I take lightly.
He believes the best ability comes from availability, and sometimes staying healthy starts long before game day. Amy Lutz, Fox 43 News.
Dauphin County is handing over management of its medical assistance transportation program to Rapid Transit, a move leaders say will streamline services for riders who rely on the program. County commissioners made the announcement today, saying Rapid Transit will assume full responsibility for administering MATP services, including eligibility and processing and trip scheduling. Leaders say the transition is designed to enhance coordination of services while maintaining reliable access for eligible individuals. Starting June 1st, current MATP customers will need to complete a new application with Rapid Transit. Rapid Transit will be operating all services starting July 1st. A baseball clinic in Central PA is supporting its players beyond the diamond. How the clinic is helping kids conquer obstacles on and off the field. A Pennsylvania baseball clinic is doing a lot more than just helping players take their game to the next level. As Fox 43's Ryan Yee tells us in this week's Sports Spotlight, that clinic has been a whole lot more for two of the state's top prospects.
Supporting some of Pennsylvania's emerging baseball stars, both on and off the field.
When I was 11, I came to try out here. It's not very good. Clint took a chance, and I mean, since then I've just been continuing to develop. I've gotten better every year. They help me with the skill side of things and also the mental. I mean, I'm a completely different human being now than I was then.
Both Ian Jacob and Victor Aponte train at EL1, and both are among Pennsylvania's next generation of rising baseball prospects. largely in part due to the pro-level coaching they received at the Reading-based baseball clinic.
At one point, I even wanted to stop pitching because I just didn't have a feel for it. But as I got around these great group of guys, they put it in my head, you're good, you got it, it takes time.
For both former MLBer Rich DeLucia and EL1 GM Clint Fernandez, helping their players conquer obstacles is part of the program. However, that sentiment was needed even more after the death of Jacob's father and a cancer diagnosis for Aponte.
When we got those texts, with Ian and Victor, it was like a kick in the gut. We can't imagine what they're going through, but we always let them know that there's a place here. If it's not even baseball, just come here and talk to us if you want to just get away.
Life-changing moments that turned EL1 into a second home.
It became just a loving atmosphere. When I first came in, first practice back when I got cleared by the doctor, I've seen everybody smile, hearing how great it is to have me back here, it was just great.
All right, lefty.
If I was ever upset, I could just come here, I could hit, I could pitch, I could talk to Rich, I could talk to Clint, and it just helped a lot with getting through that time. It was definitely a place where I could come and just get all the weight off my shoulders and just play baseball.
And the people within it, a second family.
It's the reason that we do this. We want to be mentors to these kids, and we want to be positive influences, and them being able to come in here and have a place that they can count on is important for us.
A place that will forever be a part of Jacob and Aponte's baseball journeys.
It's been amazing being here, and I couldn't imagine not having this place.
Ryan Yee, Fox 43.
A York County Animal Rescue needs the community's help. We're taking a look at the mission and the dogs behind Homeless to Home Husky Rescue after the break. A York County Animal Rescue with a focus on Siberian Huskies is in need of fosters. In this week's On the Bright Side, Fox 43's Gabrielle Mediak shares the mission behind Homeless to Home Husky Rescue and how you can help.
Since 2019, hundreds of dogs have been given a second chance thanks to Homeless to Home Husky Rescue. For foster volunteer Chelsea Woods, the mission is personal.
We get a lot of dogs from puppy mills, owner surrenders. There's a lot of dogs that end up in shelters, and we like to pool them to make sure that they're, that they're safe.
Chelsea began fostering with the rescue less than a year ago, but she says the experience has already changed her life.
Just in 8 months, the endless amount of stories are just crazy. There's never a dull moment, especially with this breed.
Right now, she's fostering Dutton, a 5-month-old husky puppy rescued from a high kill shelter down south.
Some of them come from horrific situations, and especially him, not saying he did, but he's only 5 months old, and that's no place for a sweet little boy like him to be.
Dutton is one of roughly 24 huskies searching for a forever home right now.
He's only 5 months old. He's neutered, up to date on his vaccinations. He is fully house trained. I don't know how at this age, I know. Crate trained as well. He's like a little angel. He just sleeps in it all day. He hasn't been destructive. He's great in the car. He's great on walks. He doesn't pull.
Chelsea says every dog is carefully evaluated and vetted before being placed with a foster or adoptive family. And for those who are considering fostering, the rescue covers the costs.
All the bedding's taken care of. Sharon will bring you the food. If you need a crate, anything that you need for the dog does not come out of your own pocket.
Right now, the organization says it urgently needs more volunteers who are willing to open their homes and help save more dogs.
Giving them a second chance and watching them go to a loving home is amazing. And I still, to this day, touch in with all of the people that adopt my fosters. And I'm like, send me pictures, send me videos, and it just makes me so happy.
And if you're interested in adopting a husky, just like Icy, or learning a little bit more, you can head to the event on June 6th right here in Springersbury Township. On the bright side, I'm Gabrielle Mediak.
Iron Hill Brewery has set an official date for when it reopens its Hershey location. The company says it is bringing its craft beer menu and scratch menu back to Hershey on Monday, June 1st. That branch is located at 101 West Chocolate Avenue in Derry Township, Dauphin County. Iron Hill is also announcing a partnership with the food assistance program Cocoa Packs to coincide with the reopening. They'll announce an official date for the Lancaster location in the near future. Hershey Park has officially kicked off its summer season. Park leaders and staff welcomed guests Thursday morning for their start of celebrations of both America's 250th anniversary and the park's 120th anniversary. The summer kickoff includes an Armed Forces celebration and the Boardwalk Water Park opening for the season. And with it being the 120th summer season for the Hershey Park Company, officials are looking back at their community impact.
Being founded by Milton S. Hershey and knowing that every visit gives back to kids in need at Milton Hershey School, I really think sets us apart. So when you come to visit us, not only do you get to experience fun and chocolate and all of our coasters and thrills that we have here, but your visit also does impact kids who need it.
With the rain this weekend, Hershey Park wants to make sure you know about its rainy day policy. If the weather causes major rides and attractions to close for a full 60 minutes, visitors will be able to get a new ticket for a later date. More information about this can be found on our website at fox43.com. That's going to do it for Fox 43 Featured. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. Have a good one.